set 5.2. First number example we discuss here. Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. P and Q are midpoints of side AB and DC respectively. P is the midpoint of first side and Q is the midpoint of second side, because respectively means anukrame, first to first, second to second. P is the midpoint of segment AB means, what is the meaning of P is the midpoint of segment AB? What we get conclusion? Which are the equal parts? AP and PB part are similar because P is the midpoint and Q is the midpoint of segment DC. Q is the midpoint of segment DC. Yes, segment DQ congruent segment CQ. These two parts are congruent. Asking question is, then prove that quadrilateral APCQ is a parallelogram. In figure APCQ, this quadrilateral we show here which type? Parallelogram. Quadrilateral APCQ. This quadrilateral we show here parallelogram. When we say that any quadrilateral is a parallelogram, which AQ and PC are, we show parallel. How we show parallel? These two sides, by which method we show parallel? Is it simple one? That two segments we cannot show parallel, not a simple way. Then use another method. That is which conclusion we apply. When we say that this quadrilateral is a parallelogram, when we say that any quadrilateral is a parallelogram, yes, opposite sides if congruent, then we say that it is a parallelogram. Which opposite sides are congruent? AP and QC show congruent. Is it possible to showing congruent? No. This side is a part of AB, is it correct? And this side is part of DC. Means AB and DC are the sides of big quadrilateral, and big quadrilateral is of type parallelogram. Parallelogram means opposite sides are congruent. Therefore, their parts also possibility of congruency. Is it correct? Means here possibility we get for showing congruency. Another pair, which pair we show congruent? AQ and PC. How you show congruent? AD congruent BC. But AQ congruent PC, how? Which opposite sides? Whose opposite sides? Quadrilaterals opposite sides are there. But why we show congruent? Means there is not also possibility. There is no possibility for showing congruency. It is tough for showing congruency. Then use another formula. Theorem. Which theorem we apply here? Next. Yes. Midpoint theorem. We study midpoint theorem. No. There is no any midpoint theorem that we study in next concept. Therefore, it is wrong. That concept is in practice set 5.4 and this is 5.2. Next concept we cannot use to previous. Yes. Test for parallelogram. Which test? Correct. Opposite sides are congruent, then it is parallelogram. One student tell that concept, but that is the wrong concept. Use the next test. Which test you remember? Who remember that test? I want to see. Who remember that test? Next. Yes. Here red color quadrilateral present. Which opposite angles we show congruent? AP is side, QC is side. And here side is given, angle is not given, therefore we can't use angle. That is wrong. Good try. But there is no possibility for showing these opposite segments are congruent. This possibility is larger one. Then next test we can use here. Which test? Next. 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 Tell loudly. That is correct. Good. Yes. Only one student can give that answer. Sit down. Good try. Only one pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are congruent and parallel. then and then we can say that it is a parallelogram. Which pair we show congruent also and parallel also? AP and QC we show here congruent and also we show here parallel. Good. This pair we show congruent and parallel. For that purpose we use first sentence. Yes. Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram, and therefore if big quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then we want angle or side. What we want here? Side. Which sides are important? AB side is important because that side contains this AP. Is it correct? And DC side is important because that side contains QC. For that purpose, we consider these sides. Opposite sides are congruent. Tell here segment AB is congruent with segment DC, and reason is opposite sides are congruent. Then we use second sentence. Yes. P and Q are midpoints of side AB and DC. Respectively. Therefore, if P is midpoint, means P is midpoint means yes, means two parts are similar. Out of two parts, which part is important? AP part important or PB part important? AP is important because that is the side of asking quadrilateral. Is it correct? AP is good half of two segments join, we get AB. AP is half of AB, and Q is midpoint, therefore P is midpoint, AP is half of AB, Q is midpoint, half of DC. Which segment? First or second? Second segment is important. That is QC is equal to half of DC. Good. From 1 and 2, from equations 1 and 2, AB and DC are congruent and their coefficients also similar. means which side is similar? This is left side, this is right side. Left side, right side. Which side is similar? Yes. This is right side of that equation and this is also right side. Right side is similar, therefore if right side is similar, then left side similar. Which left side? AP and QC. That is equation 3. From equation 1, AB and DC are congruent. Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Therefore, opposite sides are congruent and parallel. Which side we consider parallel? Yes, segment AB is parallel to segment BC. Therefore, big segment is parallel, small segment also parallel. Out of AB, only this part we consider, that is segment AP parallel. Out of DC, which part is important? QC, that is equation 4. From equations 3 and 4, AP QC are similar. Both segment sides are congruent and parallel. AP and QC are opposite pair. Only one opposite pair is congruent and parallel, therefore it is a parallelogram. If only one opposite pair of a quadrilateral is congruent and parallel, then it is a parallelogram. By that theorem, what do we write? Quadrilateral APCQ. Quadrilateral APCQ is a parallelogram. And this is the asking question. Prove that. We write hence the proof. Is any difficulty? Write down.